We have a fabulous new digital mixing system from Allen Heath. It's the GLD-80. This system has moving faders, it has digital snake, and it complete with 40 onstage channels, a feed to Aviom onstage monitor mixers for under $14,000. This is an incredible development, an incredible deal. Let me show it to you. First of all, as I said, you have moving faders. I have 4 banks of 12 inputs. That's why I've got 48 channel strips available. As you can see, bank B, bank C, and bank D. I have 4 analog line inputs on the back, 4 analog microphone inputs on the back, and then I have a stage box that's connected with the D-Snake right here that has 24 inputs on it, as well as 12 returns. So that is connected to the console with the D-Snake Ethernet cable, standard Cat5. I also have an expander of up to 12 channels here, 8 channels here, that just simply loops across, and then I can put another expander, a second expander, for 8 more channels. And so I can have 3 different locations on the stage where I have 24, and another 8, and they're just daisy chained across. And of course, then I also get extra aux outputs for my monitor since. So that's 40 inputs, plus the 4 back here for a total of 48. So it's fully featured. So let's start out. Digital consoles with layering can be a little bit of a challenge for some people. So what Allen Heath did is took the GL series analog console concept and put it into a digital console. The way they did that is by making a channel strip up here. So the channel strip you can always get to. It's an analog type of a feel. It's a button. You don't have to go to a soft touch panel. So the preamp control is right here. The gain. I've got high pass filter, which is a variable high pass filter. I can go in and out with that, and I can adjust that. Usually I'll set that at around 100 hertz or so to go ahead and take out low frequency rumble. I have the gate control. I can go ahead and take the gate in and out. I've got 4-band parametric EQ, which means I've got frequency and width as well as level, all available on the knob. Move that back and forth. I can take that in or out. And I've got a compressor. The compressor, I can adjust the gain, and I can adjust the ratio and the threshold. Again, this is for each channel, so you've got 48 of these. Then I've got a complete routing system here. This is really incredible. So let's take a look at the soft touch panel. On the soft touch panel, you can see that we have the high pass filter is set at 210. I'll go ahead and bring that down, the gain, and I can bring it down to 72 hertz, or remember that 100 hertz I like? You can see it right there. So you can see it either on the soft touch panel or as a relative indicator on the LEDs over on the left-hand side. I can see where my EQ is set, and in fact, I can make that larger. So I can see that I have a little bit of boost around here at 100 hertz, and I simply adjust that. I can move it around, I can adjust it there, I can adjust the level up or down. I see what the impact of my EQ is over here, but I don't have to do it here. I can do it here. So everything about your EQ, your compression, your gate, all your gate settings are right there. Your insert, so where I've inserted my effects, the preamp, what my gain level is, and everything is right there. Now, if I go ahead and select, I've got a complete set of metering, so I can leave that up and take a look at all my input channels and see how they're doing. And that's handy to know if you've got a channel on another page that needs to be addressed. Say you've got an overload or something happening on another page. I go to the effects page and I can see that I've got 8 channels of effects, and I can load them up with a variety of industry standard effects. Let's take a look at the library here we can select from. Just hit that soft panel. And I've got reverbs, a whole selection of those. I've got delays that I can use. I've got modulators, subharmonics, gated verb, everything you'd need practically is right there, and it's all standard. If I go ahead to I/O, you can see that I've got assigned to whether I've got a stage box and which kind of a stage box. You can see the 24 channels on this stage box, plus the 8 channels on this stage box. I can set up scenes. I can gang channels together. And I can go ahead and do USB recording, USB in and USB out, all available on the soft touch panel. Now let's take a look at the channel strip itself. We have assignable labeling on the channel strip. That's really nice, and also color coding. So for instance, in this one, we've labeled it as drums. We can go ahead and pre-fade listen, we can mute the channel. We've got an input indicator here, it gives me a peak and just a signal indication, and 3 levels of signal: 0, -6, and +6. So again, I have a visual indication. I don't have to be looking over at the soft touch panel. The select button is standard on just about any digital console and tells me which channel that I need to be working with. I just hit that and say, okay, that's the channel that I'm live and working with. Of course, the pre-fade button. The mix assign button is used to assign to different buses in combination with the assign over here. And again, motorized faders, as we showed you before. The master section is completely configurable. I mentioned that there are 48 input channels. There are 30 internal buses on this mixer. It's incredible. So you set up your auxes, effect sends out of your 30 buses. That's configurable here through the soft panel, and then it's controlled through the 8 faders. They're motorized faders. And again, very similar to the inputs. You can label them and color code them. So essentially it's a 48 by 30, and then there are 20 outputs on the system. There are outputs on the main console, outputs on the stage boxes, up to 20. Assigning your buses to groups or DCAs is as easy as drag and drop using the patch. I simply take the bus I want, drag it, and you can see it instantly is picked up by the master section. See how simple and straightforward the back panel is. There are the 4 analog balanced microphone inputs. You've got 4 balanced outputs, and then the 4 line level inputs. This is the connection for the D-Snake, uses the standard EtherCon or a standard RJ45 connection for the digital I/O. Power supply, it's pretty straightforward there, and then you've got an I/O module connection. You can use the I/O module for EtherSound card, M-Waves card, MADI card, ACE expansion card, or the M-Dante card. So to summarize, you've got an incredible digital mixer that has the ability to remote mount your preamps using the D-Link concept, the D-Link digital interface. And a lot of people will be concerned about a digital console and how fast the audio will come back up if the power drops. In this console, 15 seconds, so you're back up and going as soon as you restore power. The GLD-80, a fantastic digital mixer system that's easy to operate as an analog board. It has all the features you'd ever want on a digital console.